Hello, boys, girls, and squirrels. This is Daniel, and I'm a composer who produces, mixes, and masters my own music. So if you're a songwriter or if you're a composer and you're producing your own music, this is the channel that's going to help you raise your game. So today, I am looking at Slate Digital's brand new plugin called Murda Melodies, and it looks like right now that this plugin is being marketed for beat makers. And what I want to test out today is, how is this going to work for the rest of us? Is this a plugin that's going to be useful to me as a composer? Is this the plugin that's going to be useful to you as a songwriter? So I want to run it through some different tests today. I have a drum set that's an acoustic sounding drum set that I'm going to run through it. I also have a bass, arpeggiated bass line that I'm going to run through it. I have a beautiful string patch that I'm going to run through it. And I also have a synth lead line that I'm going to run through it. So I want you to get an idea of how this may sound in your production. So let me switch over to my other screen. So this is the plugin, and it does look a little bit like Mickey Mouse. You got the Mickey Mouse ears here on the top, and then the Mickey Mouse face here. And it has, this is a multi-effects plugin, which there's not a lot of multi-effects plugins. And I'm going to just run through some of the effects and what they do real quick. So this right here is dimension starting at the top left. This is like a room reverb, like a shorter room reverb. Then you have motion, which is like a modulation effect, kind of like a flange effect. You have ice, which I really like this one so far. This is like a long reverb with like a shimmery top. Then you've got heat, which is a saturation and distortion. Then over here, starting on the right bottom, you've got a reverse effect, which is self-explanatory. It's reversing your sample, and you can add some of that into whatever you're running it through. And then you've got rhythm, which is like a rhythmic delay. You've got clarity, which is an EQ, high-end EQ boost. And then you've got ensemble, which is like a chorus effect. To me, that's what it sounds like. So also you got a stereo spread here, which is set to 0 at the moment. And you've got a pitch shift, which you can go 2 full octaves up and 2 full octaves down. And you can blend the amount of pitch shift in to the dry sound, which is neat. You also got high pass and low pass filters. And then you've got a wobble effect here on the bottom that's like a tape wow effect. So let me go ahead and play the drum set that I have that are programmed in. I used Addictive Drums. This is an acoustic drum set. I'll play it with no effect, and then we'll start playing around with the Murda Melodies. Okay, so there's your dry sound. So I'm going to play it again, and I'll start adding some of these effects in. This is your dimension. Really like that. It's kind of like a nice room. It kind of sounds like a drum room mic. Really enjoying that one. Here's out. Out, and here's in. Awesome. Let's go ahead and leave a little bit of that in, and let's add some ice. So this is your long reverb with like an icy top. Out, in. Let me crank it just to show you what it sounds like. So that sounds kind of cool in this drum set. I'm getting a feeling that that's going to sound really cool on like the string patch. So let's go to heat. This, I'm imagining, is going to sound cool on drums to add a little bite to these drums. And turn off the ice. Out. Here's in. Out, in. Definitely added a bite, but it kind of darkened him up a little bit. So that's interesting. So let's move over here to reverse. I'm not imagining that this is going to sound great on drums, but let's see what it sounds like. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I love how it's in time with the drums. That's really cool. All right, let's add some rhythm, which is like a delay. I think it's an eighth note delay. Nice. About some ensemble. And let's add some clarity. So that's kind of cool. So you can start getting an idea of what this can do. So let me just play that again and I'll bypass it and take it out. In. Awesome. So I think that's useful. Definitely I could use that even on drums for something more adventurous. I'm not looking for a really straight sounding drum kit. I think it's totally usable. So let me switch back over and let's take a look at bass. I'm going to mute that. Let's open up our bass. So everything is down to 0. So I'll play the bass dry first. Okay, now right off the bat, I want to try some pitch shifting on this to add like a high octave. So let's go ahead and raise it up 12 semitones, which is an octave, and turn that on. So this is your on and off button right here, by the way, with your pitch shift. And so let's see what that sounds like. Let's turn our amount down, so I'll slowly blend in some of that higher octave. Oh, that's nice. Let's add some fire, some heat. How about some ice? Oh, that's nice. Let's add some spread here. Oh yeah. Definitely liking that. Let me bypass. Wow, so really nice on that. Definitely loving that. Think that's very usable for something like this bass synth. I could really add a lot to it. So love the pitch effect, love how that sounds. And again, you have 2 full octaves up and 2 full octaves down. So there's a lot you can do with that. One thing I should point out too, let me switch back over, is this amount knob right here. So this is your mix for the whole plugin, which I think is great. So this is, if you turn this all the way to 0, you won't hear any effect at all. It's back to dry. But as you slowly put this in, you're adding in all the effects at once. So if you just want to subtly add a little bit in, it's very helpful. All right, let's move over to the string sound. So I've got a string patch here, and I'll play the patch with no effects, and then we'll start adding some effects. I'm excited to try the ice on this. Okay, let me play it again. I'm going to add a little ice here. Put it back in. Definitely has a cool effect to it. Let's try adding some clarity. Let's try a pitch shift up too again. Let's go full octave. Add some spread. It's out. Here's in. Let's add some rhythm. Yeah, happy with that. Definitely love to play around with that more. I love this ice. This ice definitely is a cool, shimmery sounding reverb, which I don't think I have anything that quite does what this does. Yeah, and again, I'm loving this amount knob because you could just add in just a little bit of this sauce and then just take it down just so it's just kind of adding a little bit in the background. Like, so here's the dry sound. Just start adding in a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Out. Back in. Yeah. Lastly, I have a synth lead line, and let me go ahead and play that with no effect, and then we'll start adding some effects. Start adding some heat here. Oh, I like that. Bought some ensemble. Oh, that's nice. Let's try a pitch a octave down on this one. Add a little bit of that in. Add some ice. That's nice. Out. In. Let's add some motion. A little wobble. Add some spread. Okay, right there, I need to stop for a second. That, I've gotten a chance to play with the high pass and low pass filters. They sound really smooth. All high pass and low pass filters are not built the same. Depending on the curves that they program into them. These have a really nice effect as you raise them up and down. Let me do that again. Yeah, those sound really smooth. So I hope that helps you out. Yes, I think the answer to the question, is this usable for the rest of us? Absolutely, yes. I'm looking forward to playing around with this. I think there's a lot you can do with it. Sure, I have effects that can probably do just about all these effects individually, except for maybe the ice. I don't think I have an effect like that. But it's so nice to have them all in one plugin. And there are presets, which I haven't even dug into at all. And so excited to try some of those presets and just play around. I mean, this is a fun toy that you can use to really add some textures to whatever. I haven't even tried it on vocals yet, which I'm excited to try that on vocals as well. So I hope this helped you out. I hope you have a better idea of how this might work on your productions. And if you like this video, please help me out. Give it a like and subscribe to this channel, and make sure you turn on the notifications. And speaking of notifications, I just got one. Avid link, something Pro Tools notification. Okay, so hope you like this video. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.